All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah, hey, well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Rilla gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sega Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm not going to assume your gender.
What the fuck is that? Pennywise is on disability or something?
How insensitive of you to point that out.
You don't have the privilege to go to work?
I am a disabled American, and you think I can get up and go to work? I don't have that privilege.
I'm gonna throw up.
I can imagine the ugly things that go through your mind and the thoughts. I wouldn't want to live in your head for 1 minute.
Go fuck yourself.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole, Norma.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 Hundo and Dose. That's something in my beard of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2, flexing on all you
fucking Catalina wine.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
What's going on, fam? Welcome to FEF. I believe today is today 2302 or is it 2303? I think it's 2303. I'm not sure, but I need to, I need to change the number. I thought it was 02. Let me see here. At least, I don't even know what number it is. It is 2303. Aha. I suspected correct. I had it right everywhere else except on the show. God damn it. God damn it. All right. All right. Oh, stop it.
Come on. Stop whining.
We're fine. We're all fixed now. Welcome to 2303. Fam, it's the greatest mancast in the realm. How we doing, Elijah, Nicole, Nick, Shannon, Batman? How we doing, Pandemonium? What's up? Positive Charisma. How we doing, TCAP? Everyone, we are fresh off an amazing... Now, we're fresh off an amazing roundtable. This was fucking epic last night. It's available now inside SwoleTV. If you missed it yesterday, if you missed it, you're missing out, fam. You are missing out. The roundtable was absolutely lit. It was fantastic. So thank you, everyone, for being there. And of course, if you're a member or you sign up right now or later today, you will be able to get access to all the previous roundtables. So even if you missed it, no big deal. No big deal. I mean, a little Matt Damon, a little shame on you. Let's do a little shame. A little
shame.
Come on, for real though.
Shame. Shame.
It's a little bit shameful, but at the same time, I know some of you have things to do. You might be working evenings or whatever it is, different time zones and such. So we hook you up with the replay. So go inside SwoleTV and catch yesterday's roundtable. It was awesome. So another round of applause for everyone being there yesterday. It was fantastic. And of course, right after today's episode, we are going immediately into overtime. So we shall be brief in today's Mancast. We got an amazing overtime segment coming up right after today's live cast for members only. It's going to be fire. Let's get some more. Let's get a little biggest dickus in here.
Biggest dickus?
Overtime segments. So remember, when you join, you get access to all the private live streams. So we'll go into overtime right after this. And we have some people watching inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat already. It is Fef after all. It's Fuck 'em Friday. So make sure by the end of today's episode, you're shifting over to the Telegram chat. You can also watch the Daily Swole Telegram chat, not the Swole Fam one. It's all on your homepage when you remember, when you log in. But also we're streaming inside SwoleTV, so you can catch it in both places. And of course, the live chat, you could watch too inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat, but the live chat is there inside the Telegram chat. So make sure you are ready to switch over towards the end of today's stream. That being said, hit the like button, share the stream. Let's fucking go, Bishas. Let's bust this nut wide open. Let's say a little bit hello to Rufus. Aww. Little tainty man. The little tainty experience over here. He's sleeping. He's got his back turned to you. The absolute disrespect. That being said, let's bust this nut open and get today's party started. Voice of an angel. Put some respect on it. Whoosh. And there you have it, folks. Hashtag Fef for a chance to win today's Swole card. It's Fuck 'em Friday, so fam, drop in the comments, what are you doing today to celebrate Fef? If you're new to the show, new to listening, banging your ear holes or banging your eye holes, Fef means it's Fuck 'em Friday. And that means that we delete, we unfollow, we unsubscribe, we block out all the noise. This is a reminder. You should be doing this every day. But if you're not doing it every day, let Friday, let Fef Day be a reminder for you to take care of that shit. Big time pillar number one today. Big time pillar number one. Block out the noise, clean your closet out, delete contacts, people that you haven't talked to in years that just have no impact on your life, negativity. Get all that shit out. How are you celebrating Fef today? How are you celebrating Fef? And don't fucking lie to me. You best be celebrating Fef. I know you will be. I know you will be. Let's get into today's tip, fam. Moisturize and spit on it. Pooah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Ooh, let's get into some Swole Fam posts. Reminder, all these posts are from inside the Swole Fam over at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. We got an overtime segment coming up at the end of today's episode, so don't miss out on that. Anna Maria writes, "Hi fam. Finally, my first Swole card is here. I'm so happy. Can't wait to put it up in my home gym so I can have a daily reminder to go to the fucking gym." And there's some red, white, and swole. I got the perfect soundboard for you. Excellent, Anna Maria. I'm glad you got your Swole card. And don't you worry if you want a Swole card, we still have a bunch that are going out. And, depending on where you live in the world and such, there could be some delays, but keep an eye out. They're coming soon. We got a post here from Joanne, and Joanne writes, "I'm lazy this morning. It's cold, and I'm not moving for at least another 10 minutes till the aircon heats the room up. I'm happy that it's cold. Hold on a second. It's cold. Where is it cold right now? Is Joanne watching live? Where is it cold? Where in the world is it cold right now? Hot as fuck everywhere. Anyway, all right. Waiting another 10 minutes until the air conditioning heats the room up. I'm happy that it's just Swolga today. Already dreading tomorrow doing total body awareness. But I keep telling myself it's a short discomfort to endure to feel and look overall better. If they could bottle and sell fitness, they would, but they can't. There's only one way to obtain it, and that's to do the work. So I'm going to do the work. In a minute, it's still cold in here. Okay, it's still cold. Maybe South America, right? It's winter down there. Joanne, are you in Argentina or something like that? Oh, maybe Australia? Oh, that's true. I guess winter in Australia. All right, fair enough. That makes more sense. I don't know if we have anyone from we have some people from Argentina tuning in. Let's see. Kira, good morning, Swole fam. I just got 10s and 25s in dumbbells. I never would have thought 3 years ago this would have been my joy of the day. I love the hex ones the best. Nice addition to the 15s I already had. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. One of the best things is getting new equipment. I got a bunch of stuff. I got some stuff yesterday. We talked about on the round table. I got some bar racks that are going to put up on Tuesday. So those came in, and I have a bunch of stuff coming in today. I have a bunch of things coming in today. I'm really excited. It's always nice getting in new equipment. And that's my little, if some people buy fancy watches or fancy shoes or this and that, I like to get new equipment. I like to get new gym gear. That's like my excitement. It's always nice to have some gym equipment en route, or, shipped to you, or finding something on OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace. So for sure, for real though, build out those home gyms. Remember, I was telling you, I've been telling you for a couple of years, build out those home gyms. I started doing it at the beginning of 2020 and I've never looked back. It's one of the best. It's not one of the best. It's the best investment I've ever made, is starting to build out seriously and not skimping on equipment. And, sometimes it can be a little bit rough visually or something when you're paying it up front, because you go to a normal gym or something, 30, 40, 50 bucks a month. All right, you can pay for that, but you're buying a piece of equipment that's $500 or a bar that's 400 or 700, whatever it is. It's more upfront, but then you could use it forever, whenever you want. And it's fun to design and customize. It's been a lot of fun. So if you have the space, you have the time, and you have the inspiration to do so, I really recommend a home gym for sure. You could train naked. You can hang dong. You can hang dong in the gym. That's what I'm talking about.
Emotional damage.
All right. Post here from Natasha. A question for Papa if he sees it. I doth see it. Unfortunately, I rarely get to lives these days. With a time difference to England, I often catch up on the Daily Swole when I'm in the tub after workouts. Just looking into beef tallow. In the UK, we mostly call it beef dripping. I've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole here because from what I'm reading, tallow is specifically made from beef suet, that is the fat from around the kidneys of the cow, whereas dripping could be from any fat around the cow that is rendered down, or even a mix of those two fats. Does Papa mean specifically kidney fat / suet, or just generally rendered beef fat of any kind when he's talking about tallow and its benefits? There may be a little UK to American translation issue here. Beef dripping. Beef dripping. Is that what we're calling it now?
Because chickens.
Yeah, that's what she said. The beef drippings. What I'm talking about is specifically from the beef suet. the rendered fat. I'm assuming. I get beef tallow. I'm pretty confident that beef tallow is made, because if you're selling beef tallow, you're going to be making it with consistent output, and usually that's rendering down beef suet. But you can get both, or you can buy the beef suet and render it yourself. We talked about this last night on the roundtable. I don't know how to do that, but that's an easy Google. It's not that hard. I've looked at it before, but I don't remember or recall. You have to like boil it down or, heat it and separate it. It's not a big deal. And suet you can have as is already. So that's fantastic. I mean, all beef fat's going to be great, but if you're buying a product, it's most likely rendered from suet, I would assume, or maybe I guess depends on the company, right? It depends on the company, but I'm sure whatever they are doing, they're going to be making sure that it's a consistent product. So I'm sure it depends. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Roy from our Swole Fam discussion boards. Last one, we'll take some more questions. What's up, Beaches? What's up, Roy? Hi, fam. My name is Roy. I'm 37, the father of 3, and have an amazing wife. After getting married and having my first 2 kids, I let myself go, ballooned up to almost 4 bills. When my son was 3 months old, he was diagnosed with epilepsy, and that's when I took a good hard look at my life and made a change. It's been 8 years, and I had lost 150 pounds, became an obstacle course racer, and even ran 2 marathons. Last summer, I fell off the wagon due to many factors that I let take control of me. Stressful job, buying a new place, yada, 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 other bullshit. And gained back another 30 pounds and let my fitness go to pot. But I knew there was a beast still within. I have been listening to the podcast for the last few years and decided enough was enough. It's time to become the man my family deserves. Started the 90-day dash and I'm loving it. Can't wait to ascend to that next level. Let's fucking go. By the way, my kids think swolga is the funniest damn word they've ever heard, but I'll be laughing all the way to my sick fucking gains. Oh, delicious. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Kids running around laughing at the word swolga. Good for you. Good for you. If you're not doing it, you got to do it for yourself. Do it for your kids. That's fantastic. And don't forget, they're looking at you. They're looking up to you. They need to be inspired by what you're doing. So good for you. Absolutely fantastic. All right, let's take some questions. If you have questions, drop in the comments below. Hiccups. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We got some cold plunge conversation in the live chat. Let's see, Elijah, I theft my local commercial gym to work out in the garage. Got the plunge, just waiting on some more money to build my sauna, and we're set. Nice. Shannon, I just got a $60 plunge on Amazon. What is that? Is that one of those like pop-up ones? Very cool. I talked about it the other day. I came across this guy's account on TikTok. It was called I think it's called DIY Cold Plunge. And this guy literally makes his own cold plunge, and he literally just documents him customizing and whatever his cold plunge. So he gets a tub and he has all the pipes and stuff like the one that I have, just handmade and for a discount. So if you're handy, you could probably make one with a filter and all that stuff for like probably $1,000 or $1,500. Save a couple $1,000, or you can, or if you're the kind of person you want to make payments and just get the whole thing delivered to your door, one and done. But there's a lot of different ways to do the plunging. You can do the plunging with just pouring ice and water in. They have those ice barrels that are about $1,000, I think, or get a big cooler. And of course, depending on your climate, it might stay cold or the ice might stay in there. You might be able to plunge for a day or two. It'll be cold the next day, but no more ice in there. And then you just put some more ice. So if you have access to ice or cheap ice, but that can get expensive. I mean, how much is a bag of ice? A couple bucks, maybe $5, depending on where you are. How many bags do you need? And if you're doing that every day, you have to think about it. It's kind of like an upfront investment. So if you're buying, let's say you want to plunge a couple times a week, maybe it's $20 or $30 nice, a couple or maybe more, a couple times a week. So it might be $100 a week, $400 a month. Just saying, it depends on what you have access to. If you have an industrial freezer that makes ice, you can just scoop it out, then that's pretty cool. Or reusable ice packs and things like that. So that's a great way to get started. Just to try it. You can just get a big old bucket and throw some ice in there. Just try it. Change your life. It'll change your life. Elijah, I found him on YouTube. I'm upgrading to a chiller like that soon. I actually have one. That same one that he's using because I upgraded mine. It came with a 1/4 horsepower and then I upgraded to 1 horsepower because it's hot down here. I want it to stay low because I'm nitpicky like that. So I actually have a 1/4 one. But that's a heavy thing to ship around. Mama Swolio's like, you're not making a his and her cold plunge. I'm like, but I want to. Yeah, if you're handy like you, Elijah, that'd be really cool. You can get like a couple $100 for that filter system. You could do that. Okay, so you found him on YouTube. Very nice. All right, let's see. Walton, Pompaswolio, what's your opinion on Pilates as a sole mode of fitness? I always laugh at the women I know who do it to, quote, tone. I tell them to go to the fucking gym and lift weights. Yeah, I think they should. I don't think Pilates, I don't think yoga should be a sole mode of fitness, nor do I think Pilates should be a sole mode of fitness. So that's my opinion. Is it good or bad? I actually don't have a lot of experience with Pilates, but I'm fine with people doing its mobility, and it's a different type of training, and it's very challenging if you're new to it. Do I think it's as effective as other mobility training or as strength training? No, of course not. But a lot of people think that they're just going to lengthen and, like you said, tone, and they're just not really aware of how the human body works and what actual muscle does and how that's going to lean them out. And actually, tone is just having less fat on your body. So there's really no such thing as toning. It's just having less fat covering the muscle. So what they mean is want to be more defined. So I think it could be something that pairs up with strength training, but at the same time, everyone should be doing overload and resistance training. It's just much more functional. It's more realistic. It's mimics, gravity and actual forces in the real world, not lying down on your back and using cables and bands and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with it. But of course, anything that's just, hey, this is the only way I'm training, obviously you're missing out on other things, right? Let's see. 2nd Gen Master. Could you get similar benefits like the cold plunge by going outside first thing in the morning during winter time? Not the same thing. It's definitely not the same thing. You're not getting as much contact with, plus you can get, windburn and shit like that. Cold therapy or cold exposure is good. So I would say it's definitely better than not doing it. But of course, if you're getting in the water, it's more surface area. You're getting more contact with the cold in a shorter period of time. So you're going to be giving off a lot more of your heat. So it's going to be a lot more challenging getting in the water rather than the exposure to wind, for example. But it's definitely good. You could jump in snow or just take a cold shower. Those are both good ways. Cold exposure, heat exposure, both of those things are good. And just do what you can when you can. You could jump in the ocean. It's not as cold, of course, depending on what time of year. It's not as cold as ice water per se, but it might be in the 50s or 60s and you're in nature. It's good stuff. I mean, the best way to do it, if you think about it, is jumping in a lake or jumping in a river or a stream, and it's cold, but it's not, let's say, freezing, depending on the time of year. That's really good. All right, let's see. Tyler, do you think expensive gyms like Equinox in New York, well, Equinoxes are everywhere, is worth the money versus a cheap gym with less money but not as much equipment? You don't need much equipment. I personally would never want to go. I don't like those ritzy, fancy gyms. I never liked it. It's fucking stupid in my opinion. It's you going to a gym like, hot towels and the towels are scented with lemon. It's like, go in there and fucking do work. Go in there and smash some weights, get sweaty, put on some fucking metal. It's just a lot of these super uber fancy gyms that don't have any dust or dirt anywhere. These are for people who don't really train hard. They don't train hard. They don't really want to work out. They want to feel like they're being pampered. That's not how you're supposed to train. So I'm not a fan. I don't like overly, snobby gyms and overly priced gyms. But I guess it depends on which one you go to. Yeah, I don't like clean gyms. I like training outside. When I'm done training, I'm all dirty. I have dirt all over me and dust. I like it. I don't need my gym to be sparkling clean. I think it's the exact opposite of what you should be doing in terms of training. Yeah. Uberto 9516. Papa Swolio, how to get the fucking muscles pump? Going to the fucking gym? Well, certainly a language barrier here. The muscles pump? Like pump? Yeah, going to the fucking gym. I don't even know how to answer that question. I'm not going to Matt Damon you because there's obviously a... fuck it, I'll Matt Damon you.
Matt
I'd say there's a language barrier, but come on. That's the perfect use of the Matt Damon button. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The muscles pump? Yes. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. Lift some weights. What's up, Victor? Welcome to the show. Brad, as a person is losing weight, are there any exercises they shouldn't do right now? Well, people that are obese should be very cautious of doing any kind of they should avoid running, they should avoid impact and plyometrics and stuff like that. So it depends on how obese you are or overweight, but it depends on the individual. It's really hard to answer that question, but one thing is for sure, if you're obese or overweight, you shouldn't be doing jumping or impact or running or something like that. It's really bad for you, especially when you have extra weight, you have weaker joints, and you have very little muscle integrity and joint integrity. So it depends on the individual. Certain people that aren't overweight or not losing weight, some people should be avoiding certain exercises just because of their posture, because of their muscle imbalances. Davy Jones branded, Papa Swolio, I'm fat. How can I do even 1% or what you do? Of what you do. All right, you're thinking about this all wrong. We talked about this during yesterday's roundtable. You're fat. How can I do even 1% of what you do? It has nothing to do with what I'm doing. You have to get started. That's why we have the 7 pillars. Download your free copy over there at swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. Start with the elimination diet. Start with the 90-day dash. Start with chair yoga. Start. So you're trying to, this is the problem. People look at me and they're like, oh my God, I can't do anything he's doing. He's doing all these. Yeah. It's a journey of almost 40 fucking years of refining and progressing and overloading gradually and living and learning. So how can I do even 1%? You probably can't. But guess what? You're never going to be able to unless you start. So it's not really a matter of what I do. It's a matter of you getting started properly. Why don't you join the Swole fam and take our guidance? We have all the things that you need, and then get started at your pace and do 100% of what you can do. That's what's more important. 100% of what you can do. I want to get the good pump. Good pump. Maybe he was saying it like Arnold, not pump. He's like, oh, I want to get the pump. How do I get the good pump? Y'all. All right, Jimmy Lambert, 873, Papa Swolio, what abs workout do you do? Because I'm putting in at least an hour and a half dedicated to abs, and I can't see. Jesus Christ. One, I don't care how much time you're putting in. If you're doing dumb shit, you're probably not eating properly or lifting heavy weights. There's no way you should be doing an hour and a half of fucking abs. That's probably your first problem. You're wasting your time focusing on your rectus abdominis when you should be eating better food. So I have no idea what else you're doing, Jimmy, but you can see your abs even without even training them directly. So it has nothing to do with your training for abdominals. You don't have to do much. There's plenty of exercise that do a ton of core. You don't have to sit there and do fucking crunches. That's a waste of goddamn time. So an hour and a half dedicated, I don't care how much time. You could spend 2 hours a day in the gym and just be sitting there on the bicycle watching TV. So being in the gym or training something doesn't mean you're doing a lot of junk volume too. If you're doing an hour and a half, you're wasting your time. You're definitely not training them efficiently. That's for sure. Kara Brink, what's up with you hating birth control? For real? Don't get it because it's terrible for women. It's probably the worst fucking thing you can take as a woman. You want to know how you don't get pregnant? Don't fuck anyone. It's an endocrine disruptor. It literally tricks your body into thinking that it's pregnant. And there's many mechanisms that birth control can use, different types, but it is notorious for destroying women's hormones and endocrine system, destroying them even when they come off of it. And a lot of women have trouble giving birth after they come off birth control. It's terrible for you. It's absolutely terrible for you. If you don't get it, then do some more research. Look it up. Okay. I don't think it's a troll. It's a decent question. It's a good question. It's a good question. I don't really know where you heard me say that, though. I don't talk about it often, but I definitely have said it. Yeah, you don't have a child, then don't stick a dick inside you. Okay. Hoaxster 4, unpopular opinion. Oh my God. I know, Kara. No, it's a good question. It's a good question. Hoaxster 4, Papa Swolio. I'm 51, haven't worked out in decades. Goddamn. And I want to get back in shape. Where should I start? All right. Well, there's many places you can start because we have it all. And this is what we do as a Swole fam. Join us, swolenormousx.com. I would recommend downloading the 7 Pillars ebook over there. Now, for those of you that are listening, you're like, oh my God, all Papa Swolio does is just talk about the ebook and talk about Swole Enormous X. Yeah. So when someone asks me, hey, what should I do? Where should I start? Well, why don't you go to the website and go to the protocol that we've been cultivating for several years that literally answers all those questions. So that's why I'm a huge believer in Swole Enormous X and the Swole fam. And that's why I created it. It's because that's where all the best information is condensed and easily accessible. So you can apply that and crush your 7 pillars today. So I would recommend downloading the 7 Pillars ebook. Links are also in the show notes and description down below. Poke around the blog, check out some of the free classes, check out some of the other links, watch the podcast some more, follow the content. And then when you're ready to join, then you can join. Happy to answer more questions when you come back. The 90-day dash, once you join, is the best place to start. It's an all levels program. So if you do join, 90-day dash program. Let's see. Mikey Solo, a lot of women pop birth control even when not sexually active. Oh yeah, for sure. Nicole, birth control, screw with me. Glad I feffed that shit over a year ago now. Fasho. Let's see. Victor, from a trainer's perspective, I'm good at adjusting plans for others. However, when it comes to me, I don't feel like I'm challenging myself enough or I'm overtraining. What do you do for yourself? There's the classic mechanic issue. Mechanics work all day on other people's cars and they drive like their car is like falling apart, banged up. One of the problems with that is, when things have to be fixed, you can push it and people push it really far and you can, like, oh, I have a little bit longer. I can wait. You know how to fix it. So you're like, I don't have to do it today. You procrastinate. Plus you do it for work all day. So you don't feel like doing it on your own. If you don't feel like you're challenging yourself enough, then you probably aren't, or you're overtraining. Well, there's a big difference. Either you're challenging yourself enough or you're overtraining. Like, which one is it? You look really great in your avatar, in your profile picture. What do I do for myself? I fucking train and I push myself. I mean, that's what I do. So adjusting plans, what are you trying to accomplish? Take what you're trying to accomplish. You might just need some more stimulation. You might need some more, like a different style of training. Try some mace or some steel club or some sandbag work. You just might need a little bit of a different stimulus. Use that as a warm-up, mix it up a little bit. Also, another good idea is if you're a trainer, do you train at the same gym all the time? Like with clients, I would go to a different gym. A great thing to do is if you're getting stale, then get a day pass at a different gym or change gyms. A lot of times, again, your environment, you need to change your environment. And different music, different lighting, different machines, different colors, different location, different routine is just that stimulating enough to maybe like wake you up and give yourself some good workouts and break through that plateau. Sherry, birth control can cause blood clots as well. My friend had them in her lungs, almost died. Doctor said it was from her years of taking it. You know what else causes blood clots?
Come on, man.
All right. We'll take one question, maybe like one question more, and then we got to get into some overtime action soon. Avocado chips, workout for bigger ass. I want that donkadonk. We'll take the next question too, because they're kind of the same. Adriana PF, what is the exercise you recommend to grow the booty and back? There is no one exercise. There's no one exercise. You're going to need a couple different exercises. It's not like one thing is going to grow it. The exercise to grow the booty and the back, You could say squats, but I mean, if you're trying to grow an ass, it's definitely not squats. A lot of people think like squats grow an ass. Not really. Not really. It's not really enough of a hip hinge exercise. Yeah, there's no one exercise. Squats, deadlifts, single leg squats are great. Nordic curls, rounded hyperextensions are great. Hip bridges are great. Kettlebell swings are great. Deep sumo squats are great. Like with a kettlebell between your legs or a T-bell, like deficit. So deficit sumo squats are great. There's no the exercise, and everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Let's see. Chudri 1028. Sir, I am a beginner. Should I go for bulk and increases my body fat, or focus on building muscle? Well, building muscle is bulking, so you should build muscle. You should build muscle. All right. Let's see. Nick, with all the health complications coming out due to a certain vax, did you see that the media is blaming... yeah, of course. Is blaming Trump for pressuring the FDA after praising Biden for doing the same? Of course. Of course. You have to change the narrative because it's falling apart. So this was the thing. Now, of course, Trump isn't the head of pharmaceutical companies. These vaccines were rushed. The pharmaceutical companies did cover up data and lack of data and put out a product that was harmful to humans. Obviously harmful even in the trial studies if you check out the research and listen to all the information coming out, and that has been coming out for months and months and years. And the other issue is that's why they had that what was it, like an indemnity clause? That's why the pharmaceutical companies are not to be held responsible. A very sketchy thing to try to immune yourself against, because obviously they are harmful. So what most people don't realize is that these things were pushed under the Biden administration. They were mandated. Trump wasn't mandating vaccines. I think they should have been a choice. They actually always have been a choice. A lot of people just decided to be like, oh, well, I'll just go along with it. You still had a choice. You could move, you could have left your job, you could have done that. So everyone had a choice. But a lot of people didn't have good options. It was a tough choice. So it should have been a choice. It should always be a choice. And Trump wasn't doing mandates. So Biden and the Democrats implemented these extreme mandates with authoritarian policies, and they continue to try to do so. So now they're going to blame it on him because obviously after gaslighting the American people for 2 years, they are going to come out and blame it on him because he was Operation Warp Speed, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't Trump. It's the pharmaceutical companies, and it's the Democratic Party. It's the left that continues to, Democratic Party to push these mandates, still have mandates, and to, especially when these negative outcomes were coming out one after the other. This cyclist who just won like a cycling competition died in his sleep next to his girlfriend, 37 years old. And I think he had gotten boosted like a couple days before, like a week or two before. Why are all these healthy athletes just dropping dead? Sudden adult death disorder. It's because of the vaccines. It's because of heart inflammation. And there's a lot of information coming out now that the vaccines, a lot of people, I don't know if you know people, I know a lot of people that got the vaccine then got COVID like shortly after. They were fine until they got the vaccine because it weakens your immune system. It weakens your immune system. And in my opinion, it actually makes you more predisposed to actually having viral infections and stuff from actual COVID, or to have complications. It's a very narrow window. It's a very narrow profile vaccine for the spike protein. It doesn't take care of all the variants. That's why people that are getting vaccines have multiple bouts of COVID, because as it mutates, the vaccine doesn't provide any defense for COVID at all. And you're going to continue to get it or have suppressed immune systems and potential neurodegenerative disorders in the future. So hopefully there are going to be, the next 20, 30, 40 years are going to be brutal for people that unfortunately, have gotten these things. There's we'll leave it here. Yeah, of course, they're going to, whatever it is, they're going to try to blame Trump for everything. They're going to try to blame, they have been for fucking like 5 years. They're going to blame Trump for everything. So this is the Democrats' fault. They're the one with the mandates. They're the one with the authoritarian lockdowns. It's them. That's the issue. That's the problem. It's unfortunate. So rather than admit when you fucked up, they double and triple down, and they're going to blame. And I don't think most people are going to be suckers for it. I hope most people aren't going to be suckers for it anymore. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. And there's something to be said for having to get a test to know whether or not you're sick. So if you think about it, if you need to get a fucking test to know if you have the virus, to know if you're sick, if you need to get a fucking test and you can't tell that you're sick, then it's nothing to worry about. Oh shit, I have it. Oh no, I'll stay home. You're not infectious. You don't feel sick. You're fine. You're fucking fine. You're fucking fine. You need someone to tell you that you're sick. Oh, I'm sick? Oh shit, damn. I feel terrible. Silly goose. Abdullah, do you have a training program for bulking muscles? We do. Swole season. I'm already enrolled with the program Vault, but I'm kind of confused. Oh, you joined. That's right. Which program should I begin with? I'm 6 foot, 160 pounds, 33 years old. I'm kind of beginner. 90-day dash and then go into Swole season. Start with the 90-day dash because if you're a beginner, you need to start there and then lead into the Swole season. That's what I'd recommend. The real criminality from this is forcing children to take it. 6 months, 3 years. It's disgusting. It's really sick shit. We shouldn't be doing. These are experimental drugs. Most vaccines go through decades of trials, if not 5, 8, 10 years. I remember a lot of people asking me like, well, what are you so hesitant about the vaccines? Because they know jack shit about it. And you're not supposed to implement a vaccine in the midst of a pandemic. Thus, why it's not working. One of many reasons. And any woman that was pregnant that took it when you're pregnant, you're just fucking stupid. You're stupid. If you're pregnant, you take an experimental vaccine. What the fuck do you have inside your head? Do you have a brain? Do you have a brain that's functioning? It's just the most asinine thing. I can't believe that pregnant women would get an experimental vaccine. It almost makes me nauseous just thinking about it. It makes me nauseous thinking about the stupidity that has to be going through someone's head to think that's a good idea. Anna, any advice on what program to go through after 2 runs of the 90-day dash? Well, what are you looking to achieve? You might like Scorched Earth. If you went through twice, Swole season is more of a bulking program in terms of like, hey, it's more hypertrophy. It's more like Swole. If you like, how about this, Anna? Did you like Ignite in the 90-day dash or did you like Swole? Did you like the second phase or the third phase more? If you like second phase more, then go into Scorched Earth. If you like the Swole portion, go into Swole season. Yeah, the vaccines don't work and masks don't work. So, not saying anything controversial here either. Let's get into some balls deep content before we get banned. Can't ban the fucking. Can't ban the fam. We'll still be streaming. We just won't be streaming on this shitty platform anymore. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anyway. Everyone that's watching and listening, you know where to find me. You know where to find the podcast. I would just stream. It would just stream publicly. I would just stream it on the website. So it would just be streaming on Swolenormous X. Anyway, you'd also be able to get it. Okay, let's get into this this first story. Check this out. Share the stream. We'll take a couple balls deep, and then we'll get into some overtime. From the Daily Mail, artificial sweeteners should, quote, not be assumed to be safe. because they make cells less able to absorb sugar and change the gut microbiome, study says. Experts warn they may raise diabetes risk. I've been saying to stay away from artificial sweeteners for a long time. These things are fucking garbage. Garbage. But let's read through it. Okay, let's see what we got here. Artificial sweeteners used in diet sodas and low-fat desserts should not be assumed safe. An Israeli scientist has warned after a study found they made it harder for cells to absorb sugar and changed the gut microbiome. Researchers led by the Weizmann Institute of Science near Tel Aviv and Johns Hopkins University gave 120 people one of 4 sweeteners or a placebo up to 3 times a week for 14 days at doses lower than the recommended limits. They found those who got aspartame and stevia, often found in diet sodas and juices, had an altered gut microbiome. But those who got saccharin and sucralose, a common sugar substitute in baking, were also less able to absorb sugar. Dr. Eran Elanov, the microbiologist who led the study, said, quote, "We should not assume sweeteners are safe until proven otherwise. Until then, caution is advised. Previous studies have also linked sweeteners to a higher risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, but have also shown they can help with short-term weight loss." So people take these things, oh, short-term weight loss, oh, stevia, all this stuff. I say, fucking avoid this shit. Stay away from artificial sweeteners, but it comes from a plant. Yeah, and most things that come from plants you shouldn't be fucking consuming. All right. The study published this month in the journal Cell, scientists only recruited healthy people around 29 years old who had not previously consumed a sweetener. They were randomized into 6 groups to receive either a sweetener from commercially available sachets or a sugar or placebo. In the experiment, they received supplements up to 3 times a week, although not in doses higher than the 50 milligram per kilo body weight recommended by the FDA. To monitor, let me zoom out. Bloop, bloop. To monitor how sweeteners affected blood sugar levels, participants wore glucose monitors for the whole of the trial. Glucose tolerance tests were also administered. To further investigate, stool samples were also taken from participants and implanted into mice who had no gut microbiome. Results showed problems with absorbing sugar in 2 of the sweetener groups, while all 4 showed changes to the gut microbiome. Elanov, who runs his own lab, told the Times of Israel, quote, "Our trial has shown that non-nutritive sweeteners may impair glucose responses by altering our gut microbiome. In my opinion, as a physician, once it has been noted that non-nutritive sweeteners are not inert to the body, the burden of proof of demonstrating or refuting their potential impacts on human health is at the responsibility of those promoting their use." In other words, if you're promoting their use, you better prove that they're good, or you better prove that they're not harmful. Quote, "And we should not assume they are safe until proven otherwise. Until then, caution is advised." Let's see here. Let's see. Given these very substantial findings, caution is advised, especially for more at-risk groups. He added that consuming sugars continued to be a well-proven health risk for obesity, diabetes, and their health implications. Sweeteners are a popular sugar replacement in the United States, where more than 1/3 of adults are obese and many are looking to lose weight. But while evidence suggests that they may help with short-term weight loss, the long-term impacts are less clear, with some papers warning they may even lead to weight gain. The World Health Organization launched a public consultation on the health effects of sweeteners this year as they make their way into more and more foods. In this meta-analysis of studies, the organization concluded results from prospective cohort studies suggest the possibility of long-term harm in the form of increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and mortality. Further research is needed to determine whether the observed associations are genuine or as a result of the study design, blah, blah, blah. I think and of course, all these are okay based on the FDA. So we know about the World Health Organization. We know about the FDA. We know about the lobbying. We know about the fucking political greasing. We know that these organizations are not to be trusted. So I don't trust this any more than anything else. Like, oh, the FDA says this. Oh, the World Health Organization says this. Literally, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
These organizations, all these three-letter organizations are just an absolute catastrophe. Do your own research. Think for yourself. If it's artificial and it's not a real sweetener, if it's not a piece of fucking fruit that tastes sweet or honey or dates or something that should be sweet, don't fucking put it in your food. This is why I don't have anything with stevia. This is why any of you that are doing these electrolyte things and, oh, it's stevia in the back, fucking get rid of that shit. Unflavored. Get rid of all that crap. But it comes from a stevia leaf. I know. Get the fuck rid of it. So many people that are just sucking these things down have terrible health issues and are fat or struggling to lose weight, but they're sucking down sugar-free Monster every fucking day. So stop being an idiot. Stop being an idiot. Don't be dumb anymore. It's really good advice. All right, let's take some videos. Pick a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4. What we got here, fam?
What's in the box?
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Nick from the Telegram chat. If you need sweeteners in your coffee, you're drinking the wrong coffee. I agree 100%. We talk about this all the time. If you need to put sugar in your coffee, then your coffee sucks. If you need to put sugar in your coffee, then you're drinking the wrong coffee. You don't know what good coffee tastes like, because if you had good coffee, or eliminate coffee, but if you had good coffee, you wouldn't be putting anything in it. Let's go with Dawn Crane, number 2. Dawn, number 2.
We choose truth over facts.
What do we got here? Dawn, number 2. Oh, God, we got Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty made another video. Here we go. This is called Consequences of Fat Phobia.
What's in the box?
The consequences of fat phobia are not just superficial and frivolous. They are literally life and death. What I mean by that is that the fat liberation movement is trying to have a real conversation.
The fat liberation movement needs to move more. Like, in a big way. Needs to move a lot more.
About the ways that people in larger bodies are discriminated against in the medical community.
I hate your voice.
Many people have had the experience of going to the doctor for a condition that is unrelated to their weight, and then they are told to lose weight.
Aww.
Regardless of whether or not they lose weight, later on they go to the doctor and they find out that they had a condition that would have been less severe had it been caught earlier. But fat bodies are constantly pathologized, and people think that any time a fat person has a medical issue, that it is a result of their weight, which is simply not true. So yeah, go body positivity and everybody wears a bikini or whatever, but let's talk about the real issues too.
I give it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Come on now. Jesus Christ. Let's talk about the real issues, Abby. Let's talk about the real issues. Go to the fucking gym. Follow the 7 pillars. Stop eating shit. That's a real issue. You not going to the fucking gym. And get off TikTok. That's a real issue. The real issue is me having to look at your fucking face and listen to your voice. That's the real issue here. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Let's do another one. Let's move on.
What's in the box?
Let's move right along. Let's move right along. Just so I don't have to hear any more from that ding dong. Let's move along. 1, 2, or 3. Let's get a Rufus. Let's get a little tainty man. Oh, look at his taint. Look at his taint. Let's do a little taint zoom in here. Let's do a taint zoom in. Let's get all up in that. Let's get on that taint. There we go. That's a nice taint. Very nice. Very nice. Well done. Well done. That's a little super taint there. Very nice. That's my tainty man. Good boy. Good boy. That's a nice taint. That's a good boy. Good boy. They're both sleeping. Okay, let's go with one of our members that has zero tolerance for bullshit. Let's go with Lacey. Lacey in the house, number 3.
We hold these truths.
Let's go, Lacey.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Jesus Christ. These soundboards, the Biden soundboards are just getting painful to listen to. It's just awful. All right, this one's called Thin Privilege Doesn't Exist. Let's go, Lacey. Take us home. Lacey, number 3.
So I had a realization on my jog today. The people who say thin privilege doesn't exist literally prove that it exists. Because
Okay.
Matt Damon.
No, that
What the fuck is that?
the people that the people that say, "Oh, thank you for the super chat, Lacey. Oh, thank you, I appreciate it." For dog treats, all right, we'll give them a treat at the end of today's show. Thank you very much. The people that say thin privilege doesn't exist prove that it exists. What? Because they said words? Oh, that doesn't make sense. At least you're walking. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
my jog today, the people who say thin privilege doesn't exist literally prove that it exists.
Huh?
Because either they have never once been discriminated against based on the size of their body, or they know that it exists, and by admitting that thin privilege is a thing, they would then have to give up the privilege that they have. So everyone who's about to come in my comments and say, it's not real, you're literally telling on yourself and proving that it is.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
%60 of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I have no idea what you just said. I have no idea what you just said. And I'm not going to play it again. I'm not going to listen to it again because I'm not going to gain any valuable information. I literally don't know what you just said. It looks like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers lost like 200 kilos. Is her face like all the same color? Does she have eyebrows? What is going on here? Okay. Eat a steak, go to the fucking gym. Okay. So thin privilege is saying thin privilege isn't real, but because you have thin privilege, because you said thin privilege, then you have thin privilege and you're proving thin privilege exists. I just heard her say the same word. I don't know what she said. I don't fucking know what she's talking about. God damn it. Fuck. Lacey. At least you'd send a super chat. I won't castigate you, but god damn it, Lacey. Fuck. Fuck. Oh. That was as stupid as Lacey is logical. That was like the exact, that was, you know what that was? That was like Bizarro World Lacey. That's like the opposite of our Lacey. That's literally the opposite of what, that's Bizarro Lacey. That doesn't make any sense. From what I know about Lacey, that's like the opposite of anything that she's ever said. Literally. Okay.
Eat shit, Derek.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Let's take one more. Oh my God. That one's for tomorrow. Oh my God. That one's for tomorrow. Oh my God. That one's for tomorrow because I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Maybe we'll do that in overtime, but my God, we're not doing that here. We'll do this. Oh, Jesus Christ. How is this? No, we'll do, no, I'm not going to do it. No, that's not going to happen. All right. That one's too. All right, we'll do one more. This one's called, last one here. Yeah. This one we'll do. The next one, Christ. Maybe we'll save for tomorrow. Good Lord, man. This one's called new pronouns. I need to hydrate. Let's get a little tainty man in between. Let's get a little tainty man. Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's salty. All right, hashtag Fef for a chance to win today's Swole card. You all know that we got some Fef right now. We got some Fef going on. It's a hell of a day for Fef. It's a hell of a day for Fef, fam. All right. This is called new pronouns. Here we go.
God pronoun so offensive to people, like it's a pronoun, get over it. And so I'm gonna say my pronouns real quick and why. So he
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
Hold on.
And my existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
She has huge, if you're just listening, one, that's a good thing. She has huge earrings on, huge heart earrings on the inside of the earrings, like huge, oversized. It says them on the inside. Can you imagine having this little purpose in your life that you think anyone gives a fuck about what pronouns you want to be called when you're not there? Like, I talk about this often. I don't understand what the issue is. These pronouns are things that people are using when you're not there. So these are like the really insecure people that like, are they talking about me? They're probably talking about me. Oh my God, are they going to talk about me? So think about the absolute insane, authoritarian, controlling mindset of controlling what people say when you're not even there. Here's why people can refer to me when they're not near me. It's none of your fucking business. They're going to call you an idiot. That's for sure. Oh my God, your face. Oh my God, your face.
God damn it, I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these, right?
I don't know if I have it in me.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
They just want to feel heard and seen. Oh, they're seen. You can't look like that and not be seen. That's for sure. This is why you would wear big earrings like this. This is why you would color your hair like a snow cone. It's because you are screaming, crying out for love and attention, crying out desperately for belonging. It's very sad, actually. It's very sad, but if you're going to put this kind of shit out on the internet, that's fair game.
I'm going to say my pronouns real quick and why. So he spelled HY is because I'm agender and I just like the masculinity, but I don't want to be associated with men. That's why he HY.
He HY. So, okay, hold on a second. So someone's going to say he. How do you say he so someone knows that it's HY? Miss Fucker Nuts. Because I want to be masculine, but I don't want to be associated with men. This is a mental patient. This is someone that needs to be where there are padded walls. This is someone that needs to be somewhere where you can't hear the screams when the door is closed. This is some weird shit. This is what happens when you get rid of asylums. This is what happens when you get rid of these like institutions. This is the definition of someone that needs to be institutionalized. This is someone that needs like a team of scientists all with fucking like clipboards, observing through one-way glass. Shannon says, good God, good tits were wasted on her. Like, how do you even like, Heims? Like hymen? My pronouns are hymen. Yeah, she's got it's a she. She's got huge tits. That's for sure.
Is because I'm agender and I just like the masculinity, but I don't want to be associated with men. That's why he HY. Right?
No one's confusing you with
Then I have they them, and that's just me being like, you can use that. I'm okay with that. Like pop off. It's like not my favorite, but go for it. I don't care.
Pop off. Oh yeah, pop off. I'm gonna use they them. Oh, I'm popping off. I'm popping off talking about you. Oh, you're one person. They is plural. You're one person. You're you. What's your name? What's your name? What's your fucking name? What's your name?
Sand!
What's your name?
Sand! Sand!
Yeah, I'm gonna go pop off. I'm gonna go pop off and call you a they. Boom. Oh, I'm popping. I'm popping off. Referring to you not in your presence. Boom. Watch me pop off. Yeah. I'll tell you, if I'm talking about you when you're not there, I don't give a fuck about your pronouns. What happened? What happened to your hair? Papa Swole, why are you making fun of this person? What else am I going to do? I'm just making an observation. I'm asking what happened to your hair. Why are you making fun of someone? Don't make videos. Don't post videos if you don't want this to be made fun of. This is hysterical. Deleting my feelings. Her shirt says deleting my feelings. What is going on here?
I'm fine with. Like, it's okay. I think it's better than they, them, but it's kind of like the same thing.
Is Zur?
But I just like...
What the fuck just happened? Wait, hold on. I skipped.
Okay. Zur.
What's a Zur? Is that something from like Superman? Like Kal-El? You have like Zir? That sounds like an evil person in like a comic book. And Zir came down from the clouds. I shall destroy this world. Lightning.
I'm fine with. Like, it's okay. I think it's better than they, them, but it's kind of like the same thing. God is me validating my agenderness. Oh, fuck, I ruined this Q-tip. Me validating my agenderness because I don't view myself as a god. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in gods.
Wait, what? You don't view yourself as a god? Wait, hold on a second. Was that just said out loud?
God is me validating my agenderness. Oh, fuck, I ruined this Q-tip. Me validating my agenderness because I don't view myself as a god. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in gods.
You don't say.
But I just like the, not feeling, but how it's perceived with me. So God, the reason why I use it is because as an agender person, I don't have a gender.
Hold on.
It's perceived with me. So God, the reason why I use it is because as an agender person.
Hold on.
How it's perceived with me. So God, the reason why I use it is because as an agender person,
Is God a pronoun that people use? What is happening here?
I have a gender. So it's like I'm existing and I'm not existing at the same time. God, right? I am a being and I'm not a being at the same time. Like God. So
what the fuck, man?
That's why. People can get offended. That's fine. But nothing else validates my agenderness like that pronoun. And so if y'all want me to not be agender, that's fine. There's nothing on here. That's just like what happens. So yeah, those are my pronouns, and that's why I chose God.
Let's give away today's Swole card. All right. Hashtag Fef. You dropped in the comments? Let's fucking do it. Falcon, take us away. We're going into overtime, so head on over into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. The party isn't stopping anytime soon. Well, it is, but we got a winner. The 2nd Gen Master. Congratulations. All right. Famwise. 2nd Gen Master. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2303 in the subject. Your mailing address in the bio. The email will send you this amazing Swole card. Congratulations. And of course, fam, we are about to go into overtime.
Finish him.
Alrighty then. We are going into overtime in just a couple moments. So make sure that you are heading over into the Swole Fam Telegram chat. Let's nut this beesh, and we will get that overtime on SwoleTV, Daily Swole Telegram chat right now. Overtime segment starting right after we nut this little hoe. It's going to be fantastic. Overtime starts in just a few minutes. Let's do it. My brain is going to explode. I don't know.
Hey, stop!
Don't know what to do.
You can be fat and be healthy. I'm sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
My soul has fractured into millions of pieces. We're going to try to put this shit back together in overtime. And we got one video that I want to cover in overtime because I couldn't cover it here. I didn't want to cover it here. Or maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. Maybe we'll save it for tomorrow. Oh my God, my brains.
No need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
So per is a neopronoun that comes from the word person, which is why I really like them.
Another example of cake gender would be if someone feels like they have different layers or flavors to their particular gender.
Fam, it's OT, baby. We're going into OT. There's a little tainty man. Lacey, I will give him lots of treats for you. He's getting some treats. Brutal. Man, that was brutal. That was really hard to make it through.
I'm totally comfortable in my body. I just don't want to be in pain.
Oh, yeah.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying in baseball!
It's going to be a good time, fam. OT, baby. Oh, I love the balls deep. I love that shit. What a fucking insane world we live in.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
What a great way to start the day with the fam. No hands. All right, Beaches, Papa Swole, I need a yowl soundboard in my life. Yowl. Yowl.
Yowl.
It's yowl.
Yowl.
Yowl. Y-A-I-G-H-L. Yowl. Yowl. Yowl.
Yowl.
It's yiggle.
Yowl.
But you say yowl. Yowl. Yowl.
Yowl.
Yowl.
Yowl.
It's yowl. All right, fam. Thank you so much for being here. We are going into overtime right now on SwoleTV.com. Go into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. And of course, we'll stream it live inside Swole TV, but the video and the chat are both inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. So those of you that are already in the Daily Swole Telegram chat, check out the Swole Fam Telegram chat. Make sure people aren't lost and they know where they're going. So get in there and get in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We are starting overtime right now. You got like 2 minutes to get in there, and I will see you in OT. We'll be back here tomorrow for Swole Slut Saturday. And of course, if you join the Swole Fam over at SwoleNormusX.com, you can get access to yesterday's roundtable. You can catch the overtime segment, maybe if you're in time, if you sign up really quickly, but you can catch it. We'll have the archived overtime available. You can catch all the previous overtime segments. We also have our not balls deep. We have our Back to Swole special event on Monday at noon. We have so much fucking shit going on. What the fuck is happening here? What is happening here? There's so many things. There's so much room for activities. It's amazing. All right, let's get into it. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
I just wanna win on the low, like.